Here we are doing a roof inspection in Lansing, Kansas on Canyon View Drive. Basically what I'm doing is I'm walking through looking for hail damage and just roof, just checking out the wear and tear of the roof overall. So immediately some of the things that I notice are I don't necessarily like this exposed fold. You can see that there's a lot of sealant right here. And that is to help prevent from leaking happening. Chances are there was a piece that went here that's been blown off. You can see the nails coming loose. I see a lot of exposed felt in the keyways, areas like this. Now I can press my finger through that, poke a hole in the felt, and that would definitely cause a leak. But there's an area there, there's an area there, here as well. Back in this area, there's some here, some here, some here, here. So there's a lot of exposed felt on this front face. There you go. There's a cap that should be over there. That's not. You can see the ridge caps are starting to get loose. That's not a good sign. Just a matter of time before they start blowing off, as you can see here. There's some that have been blown off here and down at the end. There is some hail that has come through in this neighborhood. Like right here, there's a nice little divot, about quarter size to $half size hail. You can see the splatter marks on the vent. Gives you a good indication. You can also see areas like this where you start to have wear and tear. A hailstone can come through and knock that off, start the decaying process. That'll basically escalate the decaying process. Now, when an insurance company comes and looks at your roof and decides whether or not they're going to pay for it, what they look for is they look for splits in the shakes. Okay, so they'll come through and they'll touch it kind of like this, and they'll find a split. So here's a split here, and then they're going to look for an impact mark on the shake that coincides with this split. So there's not going to be a whole lot of fresh splits because there really hasn't been hail that has come through within the last month or so, or 2 months. So a lot of the splits are going to be weathered. So it's going to be just basically trying to find impact marks that coincide with these splits. Typically insurance companies too on a roof this age are going to look for anywhere between 16 to 25 hits or damaged shakes per square, which is a 10 foot by 10 foot section. And they're going to measure and look at and inspect a section on a west facing slope, a south facing slope, north facing slope, and east facing slope. Based on what they find is will determine their course of action. So here on the northeast facing slope, I'm seeing a lot of exposed felt, a lot of shakes that have splits in them. They are starting to curl, which is natural for them to do. As they take on moisture and soak up moisture, the sun comes out, dries them out. They do start to curl. It also depends on the quality of the wood as well. So this concludes my inspection. My recommendation would be to go ahead and have the insurance company come out. I'd be happy to do the inspection with them and basically walk the roof.